What is up, everybody? Welcome to another deck profile, this time with the Digimon card game. This is from the Friday pre-release, where we have our first place winner, JaqReaper, with Omnimon Blue, the most talked about deck that everyone's pretty much hyping up, with our boy Omnimon right over here. Congratulations on the first place finish, first ever tournament here at Truly Urban in the Bronx. Let's go over the deck and why it's probably like one of the many good decks that we have in this game. We're gonna go in like kind of like level order in a way. So we'll start off with those Digi eggs over there.
So we're gonna run four. I was running four Upamons and one Omnimon. Your basic standards. You want to draw as much as possible, and hopefully you get into this late game. If this is the first thing you hatch out, it is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, RNG is RNG.
It is, yeah, most definitely. 8 vanillas, because I know that must seem crazy, but
no, I'm sure there's reasons to have it. The card pool is pretty limited now anyway.
Yeah.
But most people usually say like, oh, 6 is really good. 8 can be really good. I think the main knowledge here is because the card pool is so limited and you want to reduce the risk of bricking, 8 vanillas probably makes sense, more so than not.
So the reason why I went for 8 vanillas and the reason why I went for essentially 16 level 3s is because if the second anything goes wrong with Plezio, Metal, or Omni, you immediately just want to try and rookie rush.
Right.
And it's a really great tactic, because when they put you at 1, then you'll hard cast the Gobble. If they put you at 2, you can hard cast an Elec and then Gobble right after,
right,
or Goma. So you can really mix and match how you play these level 3s. And I swear, if there's any time that you don't draw into this first turn, then I don't know what the hell, like, the luck of the gods is just not with you for that game. But you will draw into them soon enough.
Okay.
We go for 3 level 4 Garurumons. This card is just nasty, man. This card is, it goes around so many things.
The on-play effect is just retarded.
Yeah. This is, you mix this up with the Metal Garuru, and you're able to restand it. There was even a point in the game where I had, not Omni actually, I had a blocker that was in rest, and he had the perfect amount of attacks to go for game, right? And he played Puppetmon, so he locked my blocker. So on my turn, I was like, cool, hard cast, restand. So I was able to survive and keep the game going. 4 blockers, that's standard for every color.
Pretty much, yeah.
You have to. It's the only form of protection you really have. 4 Gorillamons, because this is the cheapest level 4 I've ever seen for Digivolving.
It's a 1 cost energy for an evolve. 6K, like, it's pretty much like a standard staple at this point.
Right, if you're starting the game off, you're at 0, you're going to go into one of your many level 3s, into Gorillamon, you got them at 1 energy.
Yep.
So they're not chaining anything. Or hardly. Monzimon, because once again, this whole deck is just efficiency, so we're Digivolving for cheap.
Right.
Gorillas and the Monzi, 1s and 2s, it's nothing. 2 Zudomons, you never ever want to hardcast this, ever. But there are times where it sucks and you have to, and it clutches. And then you can just go like straight into your Plezio.
Yep.
A combination I like to do with this is, if I have to hardcast it and it's still there, no matter what happens, they're going to put you at 1 energy at least.
Yeah.
So as long as you have the Hammer Spark, you can Hammer Spark, Plezio on top of the Zudo, and then Omnimon if you have to.
Right.
So that's just a thing I always do. Always hold your Hammer Sparks for your Plezios. That's the #1 combo you wanna have.
For sure.
So that would be for your Zudos. This is a weird spice I wanted to add. It didn't work.
No. I mean, it's kind of tough to do 1-ofs in this game, depending on what they are.
In Untap, it works all the time, but we don't talk about Untap.
Yeah.
So what you would do is you play this. Obviously, this is super late game, so if you draw into this early, just evolve into it. Who cares? V Nova Blast is still fun. So you're going to use V Nova Blast on this. It's going to gain jamming, and you're going to pitch 6 cards. so you can do up to 3 attacks. The one Were-Garurumon, this spice didn't work out, so I might bump up the Were-Garurumon.
Yes.
Too. This card is just so dumb. The fact that you gain essentially 2 attacks that can do 2 damage is just absolutely insane. And that's for Omni, that's for Plesio, that's for Metal. And if you have the Garuru into Were-Garuru into Metal, that's just your perfect chain.
Exactly.
4 Plesios because this is the dumbest card I've ever seen. Any level 6 skill list is just absolutely bonkers.
I mean, it's a 12K for 2 evolve costs, which is insane.
It's a 12. So what's usually gonna happen on my end is if I got nothing, I'm gonna try to chain, like let's say I have to hard cast a Zudo, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna put the Plesio and I'm gonna hard cast either 1 or 2 blockers. And these 2 guys are just gonna sit here as I go turn by turn swinging at their life.
For sure.
And like so many times it just lives because their life has like babies or option cards.
Exactly.
And then when they try to go after it, I'm like, cool, block.
Right.
And it's just, by the time you wasted your attacks, I just put another Plesio on the board. So good, so good.
Yeah,
Metal Garurumon is just absolutely nuts.
This is a bonkers card.
Yeah, this is so dumb.
You get insane value every time he attacks.
Yeah.
As long as you have the pieces.
So, the thing that I see people do all the time, if you have Garurumon under him, obviously you gotta bring it out to do the extra attack.
Right.
That's a definite thing. Be careful when you're playing purple, because he will restand and Trump Sword can be in their life.
Yep.
So maybe like take out the level 3 first, and then if you're going for game, you know, you could do it later. It really depends. Now, another thing is, let's say you don't have Garurumon under him, but instead Gorillamon or the blocker.
Right.
Especially when it comes to Gorillamon, sometimes you want to actually bring out the level 3 instead of Gorillamon, mainly because, cool, you have Gorilla, but you don't have a level 5 in your hand.
Right.
You have a bunch of level 4s in your hand instead. So bring out a 3, so then you can chain off of that.
Right.
And get more draw power, more consistency. The God.
The God card.
The God card.
Omnimon. This is why we play Digimon.
The 3 Egyptian gods right here. You know, it's so nuts. So, just to notify everyone, I actually only played 2 in the tournament because I only had 2.
Right.
And they were always in my life, so I couldn't enjoy it. But it is what it is. But once I actually like had games where I like got to enjoy it, this card is dumb.
Yeah.
This card is so dumb. If you see them chaining up, they're at level 5. They have multiple level 4s at the same thing. Even a level 6, right, that hasn't done anything yet, Omnimon. There are times you just want to have, not Mon, sorry. You just want to have Plesiomon in the egg area and just hold it there. So then, whenever you see something problematic come out, cool. Bring out Plesio, Omni, get rid of that shit.
Right.
Your turn. Hammer Spark. If this isn't God, this is definitely God. Like, come on.
Who says no to free energy?
Yeah, this card is dumb. In the tournament, the funniest thing happened. I went up against Red, which is probably my toughest matchup. Red and Blue were my toughest.
Right.
It was Amir. Shout outs to Amir. And I couldn't believe it. He swung, and he definitely had enough to go for game. And this was in life, and he was at 0 on the memory board.
Oh, wow.
So he had to pass turn. Then I did my stuff, but I still couldn't be able to go for game. He swung at life again, and it was the second hammer.
God bless the RNG.
So yeah, it's so nuts. And yeah, that's really it. And the V Novas for the spice.
For sure.
I will take it out for the Were-Garurumons.
Awesome. So there we have it. First place for the first ever tournament here at Truly Urban. We're hoping to have more as we get more people into the game. Shout outs to Reap for the profile, and that's Blue Omni for you. Any other shout outs?
Shout outs to Nick Marson, the judge.
Yep.
He's just nuts with this game. Shout outs to Ortiz when I fought him in the finals. Purple is absolutely disgusting, and I'm actually playing that now because of him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for the profile, man. Hope to see you do more in the Digimon card game as well. All right.
Absolutely.
Take
Take
care.
care, man.